Okay, I was hoping to use my Zoom pictures again, but every time I go to do that, it doesn't work. Um, so we will be live here in just a second. And hi, I'm Chris, and this is Wellness Wednesday, and I'm super excited to talk to you. I did send you an email about some questions, and some of those questions um, that we're going to be talking about today in some top tips for managing your mood naturally are: is your mood taking over your life? And do we not talk about our emotions? Are your moods up and down? Are your anxious feelings affecting your sleep? Do you feel stuck in a down mode? Is there a way to uplift your feelings? Would you like a safe, natural way to manage your mood? So that's what we're going to be talking about today is how and what essential oils help to invigorate and elevate your mood. So one of the things that I kind of consider myself as an empath. And as I looked that up, some of those ideas or some of those, I'd say, attributes or characteristics are that as an empath, I love silence when I'm concentrating, subtle scents, soothing sounds, soft fabrics and clothing, nature, mountains, water, space to make a decision, time to prepare, downtime between tasks, and smaller gatherings and deep conversations. And I'd say that's true for me. So, one of the things that I wanted to share with you is let's see, I am going to go ahead and kind of use my slides that I wanted to show you as a way to kind of communicate about some of the thoughts that I have. So we have mind, mood, and emotions. And one of the reasons that I did this is, it's Valentine's once a year, February, and it happens to be next week. And just about love. And love is where the seat of tender affections lie. So I just wanted to share a little bit about that. And the idea that I was looking at and wanted to talk about is that all of us have an intense desire to be loved and nurtured. And actually, the need to be loved is, as experiments have shown, and it's proof, love could be considered one of the most basic needs, basic and fundamental needs. And the question that I had is, where is that seat of tender affections? And I found some interesting information in God in All Things. The ancients saw the bowel as the seat of human emotions. And I thought that was pretty interesting. So the gut literally means your intestines, your bowels, and your entrails. So instead of saying, I love you with all my heart, it's like, I love you with all my insides, or I love you with all my gut. So the Hebrews regarded the bowels as a seat of tender affections, especially with kindness, benevolence, and compassion. And then in some early English Bibles, they used the word bowels to mean pity or compassion, but later it was retranslated as heart. So the heart and gut have some relation. They're both internal organs associated with feelings and human depth. So how often do you look down at your heart and gut and ask them, what do they have to say? And you know how it always says, go by your gut. And I think that is being in tune with ourselves and finding answers within ourselves. So, what I'd like to talk about is more of the things that will help us to be in tune with ourselves and realize that our emotions and our mental health are of utmost importance. So, what I'd like to share with you here is a little bit of information on this. Okay, so we have had kind of a wake-up call to all countries to step up mental health services and support. And in the first year of COVID, global prevalence of anxiety and depression increased by a massive 25%, according to a scientific brief released by the World Health Organization. And that was March 2nd of 2022, so almost a year ago. So essential oils are actually ideal for emotional health, and they have helped to have us to have harmonic value. There are a lot of things that the essential oils do, and I'm going to show you exactly how. They relate really well to the human body because they are drawn directly from the plant and have been processed so that they can be a vehicle which helps to repress or release our emotions. And in particular, I am talking about the doTERRA essential oils because this month I have a particular special or a personal promotion where I'm going to be giving a package of the emotional oils to anyone who would like to have a wholesale account that doesn't already have a wholesale account. And that means that you would be getting them for the same price as I do. So first of all, I'm just going to do a really quick review about what are essential oils and how they work. They are powerful sources of volatile aromatic chemicals or molecular information, and they help to mitigate and elevate body chemistry. And that contributes to cognition, to mood, and to emotions. So they are natural, safe, and effective because they contain these natural compounds which don't have side effects. And they are comprised of hundreds of different compounds that utilize these complex abilities to combat threats without building up resistance. So they pass through the cell membrane. And for example, if you had a cell on the outside is for example, a bacteria, whereas a virus would reside inside the cell. And since essential oils are lipophilic or fat soluble, they can reach inside the cell and help to inhibit a virus. So they work with the body to address issues and root causes on a cellular level. And they are very affordable and pennies per dose because they are 50 to 70 times more powerful than herbs. They have hundreds of compounds in a single oil, and each one has different benefits. So let's see. So one thing that I also wanted to review is how essential oil quality matters and why there is a new standard of quality because there are so many oils out there. Most of the ones that you go get in the health food store or on the shelf they might say organic, natural, but do not ingest. So doTERRA wanted to take it to a higher level, a medicinal level that is the purest that is available. Typically, most of your oils out there are synthetic. They're used in the perfume industry. They're in a lot of the things that we already use. Then there is a standard called generally regarded as safe, GRAS, and that's a standard. So that would be the second part, and then of the grades of essential oils. Then there's a therapeutic health benefit that you might be a higher grade, but it is not the best grade that you can get. So you can depend on a certified therapeutic grade from doTERRA. That was their whole reason for starting the company. They left another company that they didn't feel was keeping up with the quality, and they want you to know that they have third-party testing and ensure that the oils are genuine, that they're potent, and that they're pure. They work directly with the farmers and the processes and make sure that they are free of fillers and foreign contaminants. So there's 3 ways that you use essential oils. Number 1 is aromatic. And aromatic might sound like you're just smelling it from the bottle, but there's diffusers. I have a great diffuser here right by me that fills the air. The little molecules go out in the air, and I keep that to keep the germs down and to help my respiratory. But personally, the way I like to use it aromatically, besides not from the bottle, I prefer to put a drop in my hand. And this is just wild orange, and this is a great way to start to use them aromatically. And I just take that in my hand, I put a drop there, and I inhale 3 or 4. I feel like I'm in an orange orchard. Oh, and it's amazing. It's for anxiety. I also drink it. So that would be another way that you can use it, is internally. I put a couple drops in my water and I drink that, and it's detoxifies my body system. And then of course, topically is a way. I might put that wild orange on the back of my neck, but topically there's those that you can use that help with pain. That one way that I like to use them topically, because you can get them in the touch, which is combined with a carrier oil. And I just like to put them all over on my ears, on my pulse points. Topical is a place, if something is for pain, you would put it directly where the pain is, and also on the bottom of my feet. But I also put them on my ankles and other parts of my body, depending on what my need is. So that's just a little review about that. The essential oils also, since they are fat soluble, pass the blood-brain barrier. So as the fragrance enters through our nasal passages, it goes to a place, the limbic system of our brain, where there is a little gland that is called the amygdala. You don't have to remember that, but just remember that that is where your memories and your emotions are stored. So in order to be able to influence that, we want to be able to find those aromas that help to uplift us and help our moods. And that's where they enter the brain, and they can help us to be more relaxing or as a sedative, and also to be uplifting and to help us to adapt. So when our moods and emotions are out of balance, obviously that interferes with our life. And there are 2 steps. There's a 2-step process, and I already showed you this actually. It's by putting a drop in your hands and rubbing them together and inhaling, and that actually increases the frequency of the oil. And each oil actually has a different frequency. You have the woods and resins that are lower frequency and that are grounding, and you have the flowers that are higher, like lavender and rose. And then you can also use affirmations to be able to help you there, and we'll talk about that another time. Our thoughts and habits and lifestyle all influence the health of our body, and we want to be able to have a healthy mood lifestyle so that we can have a healthy mind and a healthy heart and a healthy gut. And one of the ways that we can begin is with this particular chart that I shared with you the other day of these essential oils. This is emotional aromatherapy. And we have on here the mint and the citrus, the spices, the herbs and grasses, the trees, and floral. Now, these are what are called blends. So they have more than one oil in them. But as you look at the chart, and let's take, for example, that we are feeling discouraged, gloomy, or distressed. So that would be in the citrus area. And I will send you one of these if you'll remind me when you get started, so that you could have this chart here. But you can just look on here and see exactly. Then there it tells you the essential oils you would use at the top. So you would either use motivate or cheer. And then it tells what is in these particular oils. For example, in motivate, it has peppermint, clementine, coriander, basil, yuzu, and also includes melissa, rosemary, and vanilla. Now, if you were to use that, you can either use it in a touch or in a diffuser from the 5 ml bottle. Then cheer would be an uplifting blend, and it has wild orange, clove, star anise, lemon myrtle, nutmeg, and also includes vanilla, ginger, cinnamon, and zdravets. Okay, sounds like I'm speaking a different language here, but each one of these. So there is motivate and cheer that has the citrus in it, citrus oils, and then there's a balance here. The emotions are somber, disinterested, or bored would be between either cheer or passion. And then the herbs and grasses would be discontented, bitter, or angry. And one of those would be forgive. And that would be one. I have to read you what's in forgive. So it has spruce and bergamot, juniper berry, myrrh, and also includes arbor vitae, nootka tree, thyme, and citronella. So they each have their properties and help you to be able to determine what you need. Then the trees or woods and resins, those feelings are associated with ashamed, with grief or sadness. And that I would recommend console. And console has frankincense, patchouli, lang lang, labdanum, amyris, and also includes sandalwood, rose, and osmanthus. So all of these work together and have been combined to be able to help you. So console is called the comforting blend. Forgive is the renewing blend that we talked about. Motivate is the encouraging blend. Cheer, uplifting blend. We kind of skipped passion, but it's the inspiring blend. And it is amazing with jasmine and sandalwood, cardamom. It's an amazing essential oil also. And then lastly is peace. And that's where the combination there between the emotions of hurt, worried, and fearful, or anxious, insecure, and apathetic, you would use the peace. And there are also others that I could recommend. So this is a lot of information, but I wanted to share this with you because all of these come in a touch kit, which I am happy to share with you. I think I have it somewhere else, but there are 5 other powerhouse emotional essential oils. One that came out in 2018 is Adaptive, and it is the calming blend. It also comes in a soft gel, but it is amazing to use to diffuse. You can also take it in a capsule, which is very, very helpful. So, you can tell what Adaptive would be for. It's to help us to adapt. And then another one that I really like is Balance, and it's a grounding blend. And I could talk about it a long time. One that I use and I have on my diffuser is Bergamot. And we can talk about these and have a personal wellness consult that I will offer to you. And then there's Copaiba, which has 4 different types of CBD if you're interested in it. It also helps to amplify the effects of other oils, and it's also available in a capsule. It's for skin and nerves. And then, of course, frankincense is a huge, huge powerhouse. It tells every cell in the body to do its job. It is amazing for respiratory, for all kinds of just everything. The list is the longest for frankincense. So frankincense is kind of a staple with me, but you do have to trust your source. It's so important. doTERRA only uses #1 grade and works directly with the growers and farmers of the frankincense. So it is a precious oil and a really valuable one to have on hand. I can't ignore the micronutrients that I take, the whole food vitamins. They're called Lifelong Vitality, and they have your omegas and a cellular vitality complex that helps the cell to complete its cycle, and also the food nutrient complex, which is the Microplex VMZ, and they help us because we don't get all the nutrients that we need. So it is a whole food vitamin, and I have been taking these for over 12 years. They have helped me emotionally. They've helped me to have less pain and more energy. So I highly advocate them. They're the #1 product and our 30-day money-back guarantee. And you can get those in a kit. And if you do that, then I will give you the emotional aromatherapy touch kit with that, which is about $125 value. So with how the essential oils work with emotional healing, I'm going to save this for another time because I don't have my my slides to show you, and I think it would be a little bit easier to do that. And it's a really important aspect, and I am hoping to be able to share that with you. I think that would be important. So if we go back to the emotional aromatherapy, these are all the ones that I talked about. I can post this or share this with you like I showed you on the chart, or you can have your own chart when you get a wholesale account. Or if you'd like to just try, if you really just want to try one oil, I would recommend Wild Orange. But then I think, oh, well, they should also try Balance and Adaptive and frankincense and bergamot, which is my favorite. So you know that I love these essential oils. The emotional aromatherapy kit, the one that is in the 5 ml bottle like this, it has 80 drops, is wholesale $159. And then you can also get the Touch if you just bought the Touch yourself, which I probably would recommend you get the vitamins, and then I will give you the emotional aromatherapy kit. But it is to purchase $135. So just in closing, I'd like to share a quote with you. It's by Laura Jacobs. It says, "If we are not happy with how life seems to be treating us, then we simply need to change the way we treat life. So give your body what it needs and it will heal itself." Dr. Hill shared that. There is also an ebook that I'm willing to share if you drop your email either in message, or if you can message me. It's called The Emotional Benefits of Aromatherapy. And another book that I use a lot is it's called the Essential Emotions book by Daniel McDonald. You can look up any oil, and it also tells you and gives you instructions about how to use oils for aromatherapy and for changing your mood. So message me for that free ebook. And I might ask this question in conclusion and say, what area of mental health do you struggle with the most? Is it stress, feeling overwhelmed, grief, uh, kids' mental health, motivation, passion, feelings of anxiety or depression? Message me the link and I will be happy to help you in any way that I can. I also have an offer for a mental health wellness week, and this will come to you. I have a number that I will give you, and then all you have to type in is mental health. It would come with you in a text. I would need your phone number for that, but that's a simple way that a short message can come to you about mental health, and you can learn even more about this, or I can send it through an email. But let me know if you're interested in that. I appreciate you being on today. I know this isn't all the information that I'd like to give you, and that's why I talk to you on Wellness Wednesday, but I appreciate your questions or reaching out to me personally. I like to share one-on-one and be able to help you to be able to take advantage of everything that doTERRA has to offer. doTERRA means gift of the earth, and I truly feel that. I have experienced that, and I would love for you to experience that too. So thank you so much for being on today, and have a great Wednesday.